Mini greetings, y'all. It's me, Jazz, and I'm so exhausted. I'm exhausted on like 5 different levels. I'm mentally exhausted, I'm emotionally exhausted, I'm physically exhausted, and then there are the other two where I'm like generationally, I think, maybe exhausted, and intersectionally exhausted, I think, maybe. So this is going to be completely incoherent to anybody who doesn't know how to play word and mind games with someone who is thinking on a level that used to be so very far away from where we are now in society, that I was worried that we'd never get to this point, but it's this opposite reverse now, where I'm worried because we got to this point in exactly the way that I didn't want it to have to happen. A lot of the things that I have been preaching about, because preaching is still very gendered, very inaccessible to a lot of people, but also one of the best words to use to try and describe what a lot of musicians and a lot of poets and a lot of artists and a lot of writers have been talking about for a very long time, which is about how we actually build community, how we form community, and how we actually bridge the gap between peoples who have been separated from each other in very distinct ways for the entirety of their lives, because that is the reality. And today gave me a lot of hope, but it also was still discouraging, because I still did the thing where I looked around and asked myself, who's missing here? Because there are so many people who are missing from the conversation because they are busy doing something else. Now, whether or not that something else is self-care aligned, because a lot of it is, or if it is because they had to work, because they had to continue to support certain individuals that they are supporting, those are the things that are constantly still on my mind. Because I barely make it to these things a lot of the times, because I don't have the capacity to fully take care of myself in the way that our society is designed automatically, and things are being stripped away, and they're being stripped away by people who don't realize that they're actually causing more harm. They're fighting their neighbors. They're fighting their actual neighbors. And they're still putting up signs. They're still putting up barriers. They're still putting up walls, because they are still doing a thing that I don't quite understand, which is trying to possess. Instead of sharing. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. A lot of love, a lot of support. We can get there. I know we can. And I am so grateful to organizers that have continued, despite the fact that there is so much to navigate right now.